Hey guys, welcome back to Lions Den Investments and Reviews. My name is Casey. In today's video, I'm going to be covering technical analysis on Ethereum. I'm also going to go into some of the news on markets and what's been going on with the short squeeze from last week in traditional markets, and then we'll cover some of what I think is going to happen moving forward with some of that money moving over from traditional markets into blockchain. But before I go there, I just want to talk about moving forward why I'm going to be covering technical analysis on Ethereum a little bit more. And it's interesting because this was brought to my attention by a friend of mine who wants to remain anonymous here. So I'm not going to come out and tell you who it is, but basically it was a friend of mine that him and I got to talking about swing trading on Ethereum through the bull market here, and we came up with something called the $40,000 challenge. Okay, now what that is basically is we're gonna, as time progresses through this bull run, we're going to be taking $40,000, which is not my own money; it's somebody else's under a different account, so it's not mine. But basically, what I'm going to be doing is driving in the passenger seat. Well, they're in control of the vehicle, right? So they're just going to use some of my calls on Ethereum as far as technical analysis, and our goal is to take $40,000 and turn it into as much money as we can before this bull run is over. And the reason for that is just to show you guys, some of the stuff that I'm showing you here on these charts when it comes to reading charts and making entries and exits on swing trades. It's very possible to do just that. Take $40,000 or any amount of money and multiply it for yourselves, okay? So you can build real wealth. Now, I don't recommend doing this to anybody who's not experienced in this. So it's not financial advice to say go take $40,000 and drop that into Ethereum or Bitcoin or something like that and just not know what you're doing and hope for the best, right? That's not a plan. So what you want to do is get together a plan first. Before you even do that, though, you need to have your long-term investments set up. Okay, so have your portfolio already in place, and that is something that this individual has done already, along with myself. So we're not even worried about, whether or not we hit our goals with the swing trading stuff on Ethereum. We're doing it as a challenge, basically for fun, because it's something that I've been able to do time and time again for myself and other people. So I'll give you guys updates on that as we progress through the bull run, just kind of let you know what we're doing and how that's going. But, just getting started here with Ethereum, we'll do some technical analysis on it. Ethereum, guys, and Bitcoin are looking beautiful right now. Um, I was waiting for the break in resistance here that we had. So if you look at this overall resistance line, we went ahead and broke that, and we got this candle right here, right? That daily candle setting above the trend line. That's a perfect setup for prices to move higher. Okay, but if we go into the 4 hour, and what I'm looking for here is higher volume. Okay, so we need more volume coming in down here where my cursor is to continue the uptrend, progressing higher in price. Now, what I honestly think is going to happen here, because we've been struggling a little bit, we've been struggling to break about $1,500 to $1,550. What I see happening is, because that volume's not quite there yet, I'm expecting us to come up and then kind of roll over, and we'll come back down, and we're going to test this resistance here right at about 1386, and then we catapult higher. Okay, and the reason why I'm looking for that is because you want confirmation when you're going into an entry on the price movement of a stock or a digital asset. What you're looking for is this right here. You are looking for a higher low. And we'll just move these all up real quick. But you can see we made a peak, higher low, higher low. And what I'm looking for is it to come up a little bit, come back down, form a higher low. That would be my confirmation for entry, for buying in on Ethereum. And then we shoot higher. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know. That's what I'm waiting for, at least on the 4 hour and the daily charts. Because the other thing that I noticed is, guys, we've got a what they call bullish divergence taking place, and that is when you've got a downtrend. So you got lower lows being formed on the RSI, and then you got higher lows being formed on the price. And what this is a strong indication that you're going to get very strong upward price action in the not so distant future. And it's normally like, especially on daily charts like this, the probability of that happening is like 95%, 98%. I mean, it's up there. Doesn't happen too often, but when you do see this kind of thing, get ready because you're about to see the price just catapult higher. And that's what I'm expecting for Ethereum. Now, the cool thing is too, if we go down here, I just want to show you real quick where I think the price could go. And this is just based on candle bar patterns, okay, on Ethereum. And what I'm going to do is move this price up where we're at right now. Okay, and I'm just going off of past price movement. But if you look at the price, I mean, look at this, guys. This takes us all the way up to, and this is just being conservative, but it could take the price of Ethereum all the way up to $2,065. I think we're probably going to go a little bit higher than that. I'm calling for like a $2,200 price in Ethereum. So we'll pay attention to that as we move forward here. But I'm expecting in the next, guys, in the next like 8 hours, I'm expecting either the pullback on Ethereum, like what I'm showing you here, and then we go higher, or we're going to get that massive influx of volume and we shoot higher, just right out of the gate. But you got to wait and be patient, okay? Can't jump the gun here. Now, with that said, Bitcoin, guys, kind of the same setup, okay? So I'm watching Bitcoin too because if Bitcoin goes higher, it pulls the price of Ethereum higher with it. So that's technical analysis for now. The next thing I want to do is play a couple clips for you on videos from Tim Cast podcast. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but the guy's really smart, and he talks about the importance of decentralization, and he's basing it on what all's taken place in just last week on these short squeezes and exchanges halting trading of specific stocks, right? So you heard about Robinhood the other day, and them halting trading of buyers for GameStop. Well, just to let you know, Robinhood's customers are hedge funds, guys, like Citadel, okay, or however you pronounce that, Citadel, and its users are the product. Okay, so think about it this way: when they halted buy orders for retail investors, what happened to the price of GameStop? Did it come down? No, it kept going higher. And who has access to buying from these brokerage firms if the retail investor doesn't have access to buy? Well, you guessed it. It's the big boys, the hedge funds. Okay, and so it wasn't retail investors like they're pointing out to you that made the price of GameStop keep going up. Okay, it was hedge funds. So don't be fooled by that, is what I'm trying to say. I'll leave a link in the description for this so you can read over the article for yourself because I don't want to go too in depth with it, but you get the point there. And that leads me to the videos here from Tim Cast. Okay, there's a couple different parts I want to play for you because they talk about the benefits of decentralization versus centralized networks, which is what you've got on these exchanges and in traditional stock markets. And this kind of goes into what I was saying last week when I shot my video, because I was specifically saying that I was predicting maybe like a mass exodus out of the stock market at some point, just due to the people's belief systems being completely crushed when it comes to having a free and open market. Let's listen to what they have to say here.
Let's talk about this Trumpism article. This is an amazing article.
Yeah,
all right, check this out. From CNN, how Trumpism explains the GameStop stock surge. Spoiler alert, it doesn't, but let's read anyway from Chris Saliza. He says at the core of Donald Trump's angry populist appeal was and is this sentiment, quote, "The elites think they know better than you. They think they can tell you how to live and what to believe. But guess what? We the people are smarter than the elites." Let me stop you right there, Chris.
Yes. That's
The
fact.
elites do think that, and we the people, as a decentralized, distributed computing network, are smarter than you. It's why communism doesn't work, because a committee can't figure out how to distribute resources better than a decentralized network of individuals who are seeking the things they need and want. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a laissez-faire capitalist. I think there are still problems there. But yeah, we see it in computing. A distributed network is better than a single point of failure. I digress. He says,
Okay, so what he's saying is it's better, right? And this leads me to the next point, which is what I made in my video previous to this being recorded. By the way, they shot this live podcast like I think a day after I shot my last video. So go back and watch my last video because I was talking about this, and that brings me to the next point, which is people are going to have a choice, right? They're going to see the system for what it is, and if you can't have access to an open free market, well, you got to have a second option there, a better solution, and that would be blockchain and decentralized digital assets. But let's see what else they say, because I believe it was right here at 10 minutes and 34 seconds.
truly traumatic and devastating in this planet. We talked about this before, the mass printing of money. Do you know that somewhere around like 60 to 66% of all US dollars were printed in the past like 10 months? Around that. Never happened before. And so you have to imagine there's going to be some rapid and dramatic instability or mass divide between the rich and the poor getting worse. Economic inequality leads to serious economic instability. Angry poor people show up with pitchforks when they realize there's no path forward for them. And that if you're going to, you look at some of these places where there's oligarchy. San Francisco is essentially a big tech oligarchy. There's so much human waste littering the streets of San Francisco. You heard about you know about.
All right, so we're not going to go into that, but basically, like what I was saying, people are going to get pissed off. And when they get pissed off, they're going to look for other options, right? Not to mention, if you get a temporal marker in there that gets heads turning, kind of like, this for instance, crypto exchange Coinbase has chosen Nasdaq as its direct listing venue, right? So as soon as Coinbase hits the public markets here on the stock exchange, and I think it's not over yet when it comes to like short squeezes and some of these exchanges cutting off access to retail investors. That's still you're going to still see that play out over the next couple months on several different stocks, would be my opinion. But it's going to get people thinking, and then you're going to see something like this with Coinbase, okay, where they're choosing Nasdaq as its direct listing venue. Once that hits the markets, it's going to make some heads turn. Okay, people are going to look at it and go, wait, oh, isn't that crypto? Isn't that blockchain? Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is the new system that they were talking about. Case in point with Tim Cass there on his podcast. Other people like that too. People are going to start paying attention to this stuff, and you're going to get more and more money coming into these digital assets. And that, to be quite honest with you, I think is what they want anyways, because it's the least path of resistance that they have to encounter by giving you the choice, for yourself. Think about that one for a minute, okay? Because once you kind of start seeing this stuff play out and you're connecting the dots, you can see what's happening. And that's why, guys, I keep saying blockchain space, decentralized applications, digital assets, the whole kit and caboodle is going much, much higher. And with that said, that's all I have for today's video. If if you're not a subscriber to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Give the like a little tap there as well. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And just remember the market's going to go up and down. Okay, and with that in mind, fear nothing, my friends. Okay. Till next time, you guys take care, and I will talk to you later.